What's good, BP fam? So today's video, we're going to be talking about this implant right here. The Nucleus Kanso 2 sound processor off the ear. So we're not only going to be talking about how this implant works, but also my experience on it, the good, the bad, and how much it costs, and etc. So yeah, further ado, let's get it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is show you how it works on my head. So as you see, I have it right here, where you see the silver part. It's pretty much, that is what you have to put on your head, not this way, this way. So it's like here, like that. So I'm going to show you, as you see, right here. Perfect. Right here. You guys can see it. So it pretty much stays on your head all day. The things that I would advise you to do is that if you're doing like an active sport like football, basketball, even baseball, I would suggest you to have a headband to try and keep it in place, because if you can bump into someone, or if you tend to move a little bit more quicker than usual, it tends to fall off. So that's why I would recommend using a headband. Now, if you have the implant that's over your ear and the magnet on your head, that one you kind of have a better chance of like not wearing the headband as much, but I will still advise you if you have that processor. But we're not going to go into that really as much. We're going to go over this implant, but I just want to let you guys know that if you have the other implant, I would advise you to still wear a headband just to be safe. But yeah, this one definitely needs a headband. There's really nothing else I can really talk to you about when it comes to putting it on your head. I mean, that's pretty much basic. But now, the charging part of it. So some of you may be wondering, alright, does it have any batteries in it? Or what? No, because if you see, let me zoom in. We're not zooming, make it clear. If you see right here, there's no like sort of batteries. It's just basic, a basic implant. So what you would have to do is charge it. Pretty simple, it doesn't cost you any money to really have to buy battery packs all the time like other implants. So what you have to do is get this. More likely when you get this implant, they're gonna give you this, because how else are you gonna hear if you don't have it? So they give it to you, they have a cord with it, which the cord, it'll be back here. And you just plug it in, you put the implant right here, like right there, you close it up, and then it'll show a little light in it. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Now, as for how long does it last you for it to charge, so charging, I would say takes like a few hours. I would say about 4 to 6 hours if I'm correct on that. Now, as for you wearing it, how long does that last until the battery dies? I would say about like a whole day. A whole day and a half to 2 days. So I would say about a day and a half, 2 days, you have to charge it. Yes, it's a pain, but I would advise you to charge it when you're, in the shower. Leave it charging while you're taking a shower, or when you are, say, sleeping, something, charge it when you don't really have to wear your implant. That's when you should charge it. But it's pretty simple. Also, I want to talk about is the channels. So some of you may be wondering, alright, other implants you can change the channels on it. This one, it doesn't seem like it really has any button on the implant to change it. Well, there's an app. More likely when you get this implant in person, they're going to tell you the app to download, and it's going to show you, they're going to show you pretty much how to change the certain stations of your implant. So if you're in a loud place, you can change it on your phone and adjust the channel on your implant. If you're in a quiet place, same thing. It's really unique. I like it that the fact that they give you that tool. Yes, it's gonna, you know, add more storage on your iPhone or Android, but it's worth it. Alright, so now we got done with pretty much the information about this implant. I'm gonna give you my experience on the pros and cons about this implant. So, like I've told you guys in the last couple of videos that I've been hard of hearing since I was a baby. And I've had about 1 or 2 different implants. And I have to say though, this one might be one of my favorite ones. So let's talk about the pros about this implant. It's very light. It goes right on your head. So right here, very light, goes right on your head. Don't have to deal with having it around your ear. For me, I do not like it when an implant is around my ear. I would rather have it on my head. You know, I just don't want nothing touching my ear. It's just kind of irritating for me. And the sound quality, I think, is overall like very clear. I would say one of the best sound qualities of an implant that I ever had before. And then overall, very well made product, very well put together. I've dropped it a couple of times by accident and it doesn't crack. It pretty much looks new. Really good product. Now we're going to talk about the negative about this implant. Trust me, I do not want to talk negative about this implant. It's one of my favorite implants, like I said. But there's always going to be some type of negativity no matter what you get in anything you buy in everyday life. But I would say this might be the only negative thing about wearing this implant is that when you're very active and you move around a lot, it tends to fall off much easily. That's why I recommend you guys wear a headband when you're trying to be more active than usual, so that it doesn't fall off and, you know, maybe break. But I would say that's the only thing I would think negative about this implant. Nothing really else. Oh well, I would say the charging every two-ish days tends to be kind of annoying because you want to have it last maybe like 4 or 5 days, but that's not the case because, as you know, the design of this implant is pretty much different than implants in the past. Plus, if you look at it, it's very different compared to the implant around your ear. Because the implant around your ear that attach to your head, those tend to last you about 5 to 6 days of battery life. Plus, it's a little metal battery piece. So you know the fact that they're gonna last you much longer compared to a chargeable station. It's just like those type of cars that are chargeable. You tend to see those people charge their car every single day because they tend to, you know, you have to charge it as much often as you have to, if that makes any sense. But you know what I mean. So yeah, that was the pros and cons about this implant. Now let's talk about how much is this implant. So I haven't bought this implant in like 8 years, 7 years. And I'm not sure how much the implant costs now because, as you know, time changes and money changes. So it can't be the same amount as when I first purchased. It might be more, it might be less, who knows. But I even looked up how much it costs now and it tells me 500 different prices. 7,000, 2,000, 1,000, so I'm not completely sure. So if I were you, I would talk to your local cochlear doctor and ask them questions on how much it costs, and they'll give you a direct answer on how much it is. But if I had to guess, I would say between 2,000 and 7,000 for the implant. That's my price range that I think they cost. I might be wrong, might be right, you know, just to let you guys know it might cost around there, but just double check with your cochlear doctor just to be sure. And last but not least, would I recommend you guys getting this implant? Pretty much, as you heard throughout the whole video, I highly loved it. I would honestly highly recommend you guys getting this if you do not like the other implants that goes around your ear, or you kind of want something very simple, but just know that you're going to be charging much more often, and you're going to have to watch out for it a little bit more as a baby compared to as an adult, if you know what I mean. You know, it tends to fall off your head much easier. If you know, yeah, that's what I meant. But I would definitely recommend you guys getting this implant. It's awesome, but hey, it all depends on, it might not work for you, but it works for me. It just depends on how you like the implant. That not only fits on your head, but also, the most importantly, if it sounds really good for you. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about this implant, comment down below. I'd be more happy to help. And I'll see you guys in the next video.